Hey, hey, what's happening, my joyful people? It's Kimberly. Oh man, it has been a really long time since I've had an opportunity to come here live and chat with you. So today I really want to talk about blue spirulina. I know you're like, Kim, what is blue spirulina? Well, it's an algae, like the blue-green algae that you can find in salt waters and lake water. And not like salt water and fresh water, I should say. That's what it is. But I'm going to talk to you about how to make my favorite smoothie. Hey, I'm not sure who just jumped on, but it's good to see you. It has been a minute since we have had a chance. Hey, James. Oh my gosh, that's high school. Love it, love it. Good seeing you. So today we're going to talk about what we call a superfood is. And when I say it's a superfood, I think they say it's the most perfect form of nutrient-dense food you can find in this country or excuse me, in the world. All right. So on the planet, I should say. So it has 4 grams of protein, which is pretty amazing for something that's an algae, and it's the powder. It has B1, 11% of the recommended daily allowance, B2, 15%, and B3, 4%. It does not have B12. So just understand it's not going to give you that. Copper, 21%, which is great because these gray hairs are coming in for this almost 45-year-old lady. And copper is basically a mineral deficiency that causes gray hair. Iron, 11%. Magnesium, potassium, and manganese, it has that as well. So I'm kind of giving you the profile. So remember, gram for gram, this might be the single most nutritious food found on the planet. It's a powerful antioxidant. It has anti-inflammatory properties. It can lower your bad cholesterol or your LDL, which is the low density lipids, and your triglycerides. So it can help that number go down, and it can raise your HDL. It protects against the oxidation of the cholesterol from the bad LDL. So that's really good to know. It can have anti-cancerous properties, especially for oral. So if you're prone to oral cancers, that can be something that it's helpful for. It can reduce blood pressure driven by an increase in what we call the nitric oxide. All right, so that's really good. That means that's just a fancy word for saying that your veins can dilate well. So it opens up that. It's kind of like what athletes need to help pump blood through their veins. And it improves symptoms of allergic reactions in the sinuses. So that's good by reducing inflammation there. It might be effective against anemia. Remember that 11% that I said for iron. It can improve muscle strength and endurance for all those athletes out there. It may aid in blood sugar control, removing heavy metals by binding to, the heavy metals. That spirulina will do that, and it goes out through the waste, through your urine and your bowel movements. And then speaking of bowel movements, it can help improve digestion and healthy bowels, and it can improve the immune system and boost energy and performance. And last but not least, it can aid in weight loss, which I think people are excited about. So I want to show you really quickly how I make a smoothie using blue spirulina. And it's one of the only natural things that you can find in nature that's like this vibrant, gorgeous blue. And so you can kind of see how blue it is in there. It's so pretty. And it doesn't stain your fingers. It's not like food dye or anything like that. But it's blue spirulina. I use the one from Reserve. There are others. Just make sure it's organic. And there's something in it, just so you guys know, it's called phycocyasin. I think I'm saying it right. I'm not quite sure. It's one of those sciencey words. But that's basically in blue spirulina what is pulled out of the green. And the thing I like about the blue is that it doesn't have that sea taste. Okay, so it doesn't have like the, that you're drinking from the ocean. So it's very clean as far as that's concerned. So we start off. I have a Vitamix. I'm gonna see if I can help you see me a little bit better here. Okay, cool. You can't see my face though. Not that my face matters, but I'll make sure you see the products. Okay, so let's see. I didn't get my, and now it's all crooked. I didn't get my milk out. Give me 1 second. All right, so I use a plant-based milk. Sometimes I use flaxseed milk. Sometimes I use Ripple. I'm not endorsing anybody at this point in time, but just so you know, I put in about a cup of the milk. All right, so you got that. The next thing I roll with is my collagen. So I use a plant-based collagen as well. So you can see this one right here is Sun Warrior. I do not use a full, amount. I use about half because it gets too thick in my opinion. I don't like the smoothie to be so thick. And then I use 2 scoops of my plant-based protein, which is a vanilla flavored plant-based protein from Metagenics. Like I said, I'm not endorsing any particular product or selling anything. I'm just showing you what I do, all right? So we've got that. There we go. So now I've got my collagen, my protein. I've got a protein-based plant milk, and then I use my spirulina. And I get about a teaspoon of the spirulina. I should say actually a half teaspoon. So kind of heavy in my kitchen here. So this is what I usually do is I take about a half teaspoon, looks like this, pretty in blue, and I stick it right on in there, all right? And I stick it off to the side because I make it pretty and swirl it in at the end as well. Oh, Marilyn, I love this. I'm glad you love it. Good stuff. All right, so then in my smoothie today, so that you can see the blue color and how gorgeous it is, I'm just gonna use mango bits in my smoothie here. So that's all that you have, just a few frozen mango bits. And then I'm gonna get always fat. So when you make a smoothie, which my cookbook is coming out, I promise y'all, I know you're like, it's the longest doggone cookbook to come out, but it takes a minute for me. When I do that, it'll have some of my smoothie recipes in there, but every smoothie is always going to have an avocado, half of an avocado, just because you always need healthy fat. You never want to have sugar and protein without the healthy fat, especially when you have sugar. You want to have some healthy fat so that you can help your blood sugar levels stay steady instead of rising so rapidly and falling. So there you go with the wonderful half of an avocado. I know people are like, oh, you're going to taste that. No, you're not. I promise. You won't taste it at all. All right, so I think that's it for for what I throw in there. Sometimes I do other fruits and things like that. I'm going to grab, as I drop it, try to do things fast. Let me rinse it off because I don't like eating off the floor. So we have that. And then we're going to take it. It's going to get loud real quick because it's going to take a second for me to blend it up. So I'm sorry, but here we go. Such a pretty color, in my opinion. It's like this really gorgeous sea foam, green, blue kind of color. So I love that. And then we're gonna take it, and I put mine in a bowl because I like to dress it up with a few things, like sprinkle some nuts and some coconut chips and all that kind of good stuff on it. So I just kind of pour it in. You can see it's really pretty. I'm gonna get a spatula and kind of scrape it out as well. So, because I don't like to waste any of my gorgeous product here. So we're gonna get the spatula, we'll do that. And then I'll show you how I dress it real quick. And I throw a couple of things on. And I have a great lunch or breakfast or whatever you want to call it. I think I have it. Do I have it? Where's my spatula? All right, I guess I'm just gonna use a spoon. Usually I have a white spatula. It's probably sitting somewhere. Don't know where it went. All right, so here we go. So we're just gonna grab all of this out the best we can and get what's down at the bottom. It's really pretty. I promise y'all, it's like the prettiest. I like eating pretty food, so you'll see that in the cookbook that I try to make my food as pretty as possible because we eat with our eyes first, and it can set our body up for great digestion. And so when you eat the rainbow, you're getting a lot of different vitamins and minerals and all that kind of good stuff that's aiding in your body's absorption. So there is what it looks like in the bowl. And then we're gonna see how I'm gonna make it pretty. So I grabbed some coconut chips that look just like this. I shop at Sprouts a lot, love Sprouts. That's a little plug, but it's a cool little farmer's market. I usually throw some coconut chips on the side, looks like that. And then I'll take some kind of nut, whether it be walnut, pecan, whatever. Today is pecan, just a handful, nothing big. Because remember, I already have that healthy fat of the avocado in there. And I just sprinkle that on the side. And then I get some cacao nibs, which is basically chocolate without sugar. So just a little bit of that as well. And once again, a nice handful. As you can see, I kind of use my hand as my measuring. God gave us those so that we don't overdo it. And my hand is different than your hand. And so that way what I tell you. So then this is what it looks like as its pretty little bowl. So I now have a bunch of blue spirulina in here, which all the benefits for those who just jumped on, all of those benefits are packed in here. So I've got antioxidant, I have cholesterol reducing, HDL, cholesterol, good cholesterol improving. I have things to help my sinuses with inflammation, antioxidants, protein, iron, magnesium. Remember what I said is that pound for pound, gram for gram, it's the most nutritious food on the planet. So blue spirulina, you can also put it in your tea. You can add it into your vegetables. It's just a lot of fun to cook with. You can make chia seed cups with it, and it's always just fun to eat something blue. So I hope that this was helpful. I'm so happy to be back with Share the Joy every week, coming to you maybe from my kitchen, maybe from somewhere else, maybe on location. I want to keep it exciting and fun. So I hope that you've enjoyed this episode, and share it. Do that. Hit the share button and share this out with your friends. Learn something new. Remember, today was all about blue spirulina and how to make an amazing protein bowl. All right, so peace and blessings to you. Until next time, remember to do all things with joy and share the joy. Bye-bye.